Night.
Morning. What do we got going on here? What'd you guys do to the market? I had to go get some water. Ashton. Morning, Ashton. Haven't seen you here before, which is rare. Usually I get my guys in here. All right, let's see what's working out today. All right, blockchain's up 9%. Did BTC pop up? I actually have no idea. Oh, wow. You've got Bitcoin not up 9%, but Riot Blockchain wants to be up 9%. ETH's up 5%. Cake's up 7. Interesting. Very interesting. NASDAQ down here, a little bit more bullish. Definitely some good volume the past few days. We could be hopefully hitting some type of a bottom. Hopefully. EXPI, NIO, Zoom, Tesla is deciding whether it's happy here or not. So we're coming up to the 200-day moving average and my long-term trend line for Tesla. Both are um, right in this area. So this trend line and that moving average. And last time we had some elevated volume here, we started some type of a reversal. And we'll see if that's going to be the case this time or not. We undercut this low, did not undercut this low yet. Did undercut the 200-day. So we'll see what's going on there. Microsoft 1.68. Like I said, I think Microsoft's going to flip Apple. So playing with the 50-day, but nothing that drastic. Looks like it's respecting a different moving average. But all in all, not too bad. Action is pretty good. Let's take a look from the top down. AMC did. Yeah, had a good day. Nice. That's a pretty good day. Any major news? Stock sale of $428 million. Okay, so there's the 12th. Planetary lowers, GameStop rises. AMC $9 calls at the ask, 260 of them. Well, there you go, Mohammed. Yeah, let's hope it keeps going. I mean, the chart pattern is actually promising. That's the thing about AMC right now is it doesn't like that's not a bad chart pattern. There's some accumulation happening. So whenever that takes place is a different issue, but it's um it's not bad. You've got technically a buy point up here at 1450, 1457 according to my chart. It mentioned GME. Let's take a look at some GME. GME not looking quite the same as AMC. Nasdaq's looking interesting. Nasdaq's up about almost 1%. Yesterday, we started pretty good, and then we ended up rolling over. We had a beautiful reversal day on the 11th, right there. Really high volume, undercut that day. Yesterday mixed, and now we're gonna see if we're gonna start to curl up a little bit, which would put in higher lows here overall. Still, that's our last major-ish swing low. We're above that. Then you have a rally, and you have that, which is smaller, and we undercut it. That's your major level, though, in this channel up here, which we're respecting so far. But I find it interesting that Riot Blockchain's up 9%, 10%. Although this thing has been beaten to a pulp down to 20 from almost 80. While Bitcoin's been stagnant, Riot Blockchain has dropped 75%. Pretty amazing. 218% back to highs. Jeez. That's definitely interesting. That is definitely interesting. Question is it, could it get back up? I don't know. Last time we popped up like this on Riot Blockchain, Bitcoin topped. I don't know if you can time a Bitcoin top by trading Riot Blockchain, but it's something to take into consideration. EVs have been a little bit weak lately. Ellie mentioned that NIO was kind of rolling down with Tesla, and NIO has actually undercut its support and greatly undercut its 200-day. So I hope this doesn't go MJ stock on us. I guess that could be a possibility. XPEV's been in a larger downtrend. Doesn't even look like it has a 200-day moving average yet, which seems odd. Should have one. I guess not. 179 bars. So it doesn't quite have a 200-day moving average yet. But if it did, it would probably be right here, and we'd be undercutting it. And that had a pretty high volume candle yesterday. Oh, there was also earnings. Yep, that was earnings. How's my EXPI doing? Getting some volume here without a lot of progress to the downside. That could be accumulation here around the $20 level for EXPI. Not that we're going to rocket higher, but we could find a floor. This is right around over here when we started noticing it in a high tide flag. It took a while to really get rocking, but it eventually did. Um, yeah, we're not in the same situation where we're going to rocket back up to 90 from 25, but We definitely could be in a situation where we're comfortable. We did rest above the $20 level for a significant period of time last year. So from that perspective, if you like the XPI for longer term, you could try to reload up here or down here, but that would have to be a longer term hold for sure. Soxel had a pretty decent day yesterday. See how it closed out. Well, they closed in middle of the range, so not super good for Soxel. But Soxel is right on the 200-day moving average. That's not too bad. Nasdaq's still pretty solid. A little bit of a positive day today. Not really dumping. How the Q's doing. So Q's tried reverse yesterday. Couldn't quite get the job done. We're just chopping around right now. Very fine foods up 4%, but not accounting for that much. Spirit Airlines not looking bad. EC. This has a nice low and slow on it. That's not too bad on EC. This is a petrol company. AQB on support. Yeah, I think a lot of things right now are down on support. It's not like crypto, usually you get on this in crypto, some of them will rocket. I mean, in stocks it's going to be the same way, but you have a lot more to choose from. Um, but you get these ones like AQB Muhammad. A lot of these don't come back cycle after cycle. The whole reason to stay with the leaders is because they have a better chance of having another run. Like the Apples, the Microsofts. When the market gets going, they're the ones that are going to participate. AQB, zero guarantees it's going to participate. Microsoft and Apple, 50% chance it's going to participate. So, you want to stay with these innovative stocks that are like just big. AQB's, I mean, it's on the Nasdaq, but it's not really a big stock. So you can play with it, but keep in mind you're just playing. It's entertainment. It's not going to be serious business. You want to have you want to really focus, at least for the longer term, you really want to focus on the bigger names, not the meme names. I mean, sometimes the more boring names are even better cycle after cycle. Like look at Domino's Pizza, you look at Sherman Williams is a good example of something that just freaking runs forever. Booking.com is a good example of, well, lately, past couple years hasn't been too good, but prior to like this 2018 malaise, it just wouldn't stop. It just absolutely wouldn't stop, and may go into that same thing again here. Um, but yeah, so the small caps, look, when you notice a theme and you notice some charts and you notice everything's running, zero issues with trading that, but holding on to those and for cycle after cycle, that's where a lot of people get messed up. They're like, "Oh, man, I had good luck with AQB, and so I'm going to go back to AQB." And you look at the chart and there's nothing there, and you still look at it. Like that's not a wise move. That's where you have to like, take a step back, and because what you're going to realize, eventually you're going to be like, why isn't it moving this time? Oh, darn it. And you're going to have capital stuck in it, and then you can't make, yeah, that's what you meant? Okay. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and look at it, you know, but at some point, oh, you held on to them? Yeah, it's just, see, there's a difference between trading. So I'm trying to teach you, Mohammed. There's a difference between trading and investing, and I actually think that they're very similar. I think they're really likely the same thing. But um, when traders start to look at stocks like investments, that's a problem. That's a problem. Unless you're an investor, in which case, You're not looking at much short-term action at all. You should be looking at like weekly charts first. So when you're looking at the market cap of a stock, Muhammad, just think of it like this. First of all, you have to understand what type of a trader you are. Are you an investor trader, in which case you're looking for that really long-term horizon? Or are you a day trader, which looks for a very short-term horizon? And then there's, areas in between. There's going to be, the Warren Buffetts that really want to hold for a long period of time or forever. And then and then there are your day traders, which are very agnostic to whatever asset they're trading, and they just want to make a couple of bucks, right? So when you're looking at those investments, you have to look at it. You have to look at it like this, and this is what it is for a lot of cryptos too, um, but moreover for stocks, because the time horizon for a stock to go from mediocre to great is a very long period of time. Okay, the lower market cap you go, the market has voted that it is not a very high quality stock. The higher market cap you go, the market has agreed that it is a very high value stock, right? So you have your penny stocks, which are whatever, and then you have your Apples and your Microsofts, which have been proven, decade after decade to do just fantastic, right? So there's your difference. On the penny stock side, there's going to be a lot of turnover. Some stocks are going to be hot one day and not hot the next. Hot one year, not hot the next. Hot one year, never get hot again. And hot could mean, 400%, 600%, stuff like that. That one year or 1 or 2 years. Then you go all the way to the other side where your Microsofts and your Apples, and you're going to get 20, 30, 40%, 50%, maybe 100% year after year. Does that make sense? Like, you're not going to get as much, but in the long run, you're going to get a lot more. The penny stock side is lottery ticket. The other side is, real estate, if you will. Like if you go to the store and if you've got $100,000 and go buy $100,000 worth of lottery tickets, if one of them hits, it's going to be a good day. If you buy $100,000 worth of real estate in 1 year, you're going to be worth a little bit more. So there's your massive dichotomy, Muhammad. And it has to deal with the market cap of the stock. So, as that person that's in the middle, as an investor in the middle, do you want to swing more towards the AQBs or more towards the MSFTs? That's a choice you've got to make. And, when you're taking information off the internet and stuff like that, and you get all these hot stocks that are moving, and you get the planetars, and you got all these in the middles, like you get the planetars and the NIOs, um, and then you got the Teslas, and then you got the Apples. You have to figure out where you're going to concentrate your effort, because as a single individual, you have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of resources. So you need to figure out, where do I live? Do I live on the shitcoin side? Do I live on the macro side? Do I live on the big cap side? Hey, what up, Ted? Yeah, it is pretty good, isn't it? I've never explained it like this before. That's because I got a really good amount of sleep last night. I got like 10 hours of sleep. I didn't even brush my teeth. I was playing with my kids on the bed and fell asleep. um, yeah, so you have to decide. Now, if you go the full Apple Microsoft side, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, those stocks usually year after year go on to give a pretty good return, usually outpacing the market. When you go to the other side, it is a lottery ticket, because you're either going to make a lot, or you're not going to make anything, or you're going to lose all your money. And that's the lottery ticket side of it, is your money is just gone. You can take 100 positions in the OTC market and lose everything. Easy. Very, very easy. You can buy a lot on the other side and at least have a little bit of confidence that you're going to be able to have money in the account next year. So if you look at AQB, let's take a look at AQB. And then you have your ones in the middle. So you're going to have this sliding scale. AQB's market cap is $335 million. That's not even a billion. That's gonna definitely slide towards the less valuable spectrum. Now, if you want to focus, which I usually do, on the high cap stocks, you can go market cap. You can go anything over 50, like anything over. How is this set up? You can go large cap, like anything over $10 billion. The market has voted that these 834 companies are very likely of quality. That's still quite a big hay pile to choose from, but so you could probably try to sort by market cap. And where am I at? Oh, this is 10 to 20 billion. Oh, so this is 10 to 200 billion, so not over 200 billion. So there's more than that. You could go in 200 billion and more, and you've got 60 stocks, arguably 42 stocks to choose from. Now, are these ones going to give you the best return? Well, again, focusing your attention, and these are a lot of your high quality names, Nike's, Netflix. Like, these are the leaders of the market right here. But if you go to that 10 billion and above, you can find some jewels that can get up into the 200 plus billion. That's where you can find something, but you have to be very, very realistic about what you're doing, because it's definitely not guaranteed. And that's why the charts give us an advantage, because while we can do research, we really have no idea if the stock's going to go. There's your research, and then there's the stock running. Those are two completely different things, as I'm sure everybody here is aware of. But yeah, so if you live in that, yeah, so most of these are like oldies, like Berkshire Hathaway has, I think it's been underperforming lately, not doing very good. Banks have been a little bit weird. Walmart's done pretty good. Mastercard's been doing really good. Home Depot, I think's been doing pretty good. Yeah, Home Depot right there. It's almost a 50% run, 240 to 340, maybe like 30-40%. Outperforming the market. So you're gonna find these individual names. If you avoid the shit and just stick to the rest of it, you'll likely be okay. Disney taking a shit, but yeah, AQB in the 300 million um, is in, I guess, small to mid. Oh yeah, large here, over 10 billion. So you look over 10 billion, there's, you know, 44 times 20, so 880 stocks, of which AQB is not a part of. So if we go all the way down to the bottom, still a lot of garbage to sift through, but you could start sifting and make lists and stuff like that. All right, let's get back to whatever else we got. Okay, so NASDAQ 1.3%. Looks like Tesla. I did add to my Tesla positions yesterday. There's an inverted head and shoulders down here. Don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we were right on my trend line and right on the 200 daily moving average. So I felt it was a good time to add to some longer term positions in Tesla. The Nasdaq's looking really good right here. We'll see what it ends up being. So you got about 6% to all time highs, give or take. So let's see what the TQQQ would get you. That would get you about 20% in the TQQQ. So that's not too bad. Not too bad on the TQ. Not that it's going to get up there. Could take a couple of months actually to get back up there, but it could start to do it. We did see Microsoft up here pretty nice. Soxo 3.6. How's PLL doing? Yeah, PLL undercutting. So not super intrigued right there. Keep in mind, a lot of PLL stuff will take a long time to come to fruition. So Microsoft looking pretty good. How's Nvidia doing? Nvidia also in a pullback. We're going to decide if we're going to stabilize here in the probably next week. I think. I don't know. Could take weeks. Nvidia. What's the other one? Netflix. How's Netflix looking? So choppy and sideways back into its consolidation range. Hasn't come back and retested the bottom. I'm not sure if it will. So taking his time there, Adobe taking its time there. All these mega caps are taking their time. Amazon also taking its time. Hey, what up, Ellie? Dead cat bounce, all of it? Could be. Could be. The past 3 days, though, on the futures here, on elevated volume, really not too bad. Haven't gone down very far. I'm not too mad at that, actually. And these mega caps are holding up relatively well. We're not falling apart, so I'm not too mad at it. But yeah, I did add some of my Tesla yesterday, Ellie, as I mentioned. Sell H. Yeah, I'll see what happens. I think today's what, Thursday? No, today's Friday, isn't it? Yes, cool. Today's Friday. My son's got karate today. I like karate day. They're going to go participate in the class today. Let a lot of 10-year-old kids kick me in the balls. No, I'm just kidding. They don't kick me in the balls. It's pretty funny, though. Lots of green on the chart today. Very little red. This is quite a difference in quite a difference. Not that, it's the best thing in the world, but that's I can count those on one hand. Well, two hands. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven in the red is interesting. Quite a few in the green here today. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not a Friday dead cat bounce. Yeah. Yeah, take the kick in the balls. Absolutely, Ellie. It's man, this thing is just slow. Oh, the pipeline's up and running? Oh, that's good. Yeah, we got hacked, right? Colonial Pipeline. Colonial Pipeline. I just heard snippets about that. I never really like looked much into it. So it goes all up the East Coast. They hacked a pipeline. That's very interesting. I'd love to. I know one day they're gonna do a pretty cool educational show on it. I would love to look at that. They paid the ransom? Really? That's interesting. Well, it's probably cheaper to pay the ransom than to let it go, which, yeah, I can't say is the best thing to do. But there's like 100 million people to live on that pipeline, so 5 million in BTC. Is that a day trade for you, Julius? You don't have to care about security if you have no pipelines. Oh, 5 million in Bitcoin? Is that what caused the rally? Let's go see. Yeah, no shit, too cheap. For that pipeline? Oh, like 50 million. 5 million is like a no-brainer. That's like 5 million is like when you walk into a car dealership on January 31st and they're one car shy of making their $3 million bonus. They're like, dude, it's like 10 grand for this Mercedes Benz. Just fricking sign the paperwork, get the fuck out of here, and I'll give you the 10 grand in cash. That's kind of what that was like. Yeah, no major movement, but maybe they maybe Tesla's like the government bought our 5 million in Bitcoin. Now we're liquidating Bitcoin. Fucking Elon. Having too much fun now. Wow, we're only 5 million. Jeez. That's crazy. Yeah, that is why there was a shortage. There was a hack. Hackers paid Colonial paid 5 million. Oh, wasn't the government. Well, they say. They say. So how does this work? Because like do they show them where the ransomware is so they can remove it or do they just click a button and turn them back on like a light switch cuz that's dangerous as shit. Or is it just a continual, $1 million a month fee, which I don't know if they could afford that. Cuz it's free software now, Julius. Did they run Windows XP? Cheap fuckers. That's probably not a joke. That's probably not a joke, Julius. That's crazy, man. It turns out that the major Colonial Pipeline computer that runs her system was at the secretary's desk. And when she was on lunch, some dude walked back there, took a USB drive, uploaded it, realized it was Windows 95, Windows ME. Oh my gosh. What was that? In service for like 2 years? Jeez. At least Windows 10 is somewhat stable. What's this? U.S. Capitol running out of gas even as Colonial Pipeline. Yeah, I had my wife fill up her gas tank when I heard that the other day. Eastern European hackers. Ellie, get the money back. Maybe this is how you're buying more Bitcoin every day, is because you're doing ransomware stuff. Come on, Bloomberg. Why are you giving me problems here? Once they received the payment, the hackers provided the operator with a decrypting tool to restore its disabled computer network. The tool was so slow that the company continued using its own backups to help restore the system. Once the people familiar with the company's efforts said, so they even fucked them with the $5 million. So they got it back up and running with a backup, anyways. That's crazy. They say they give to the poor. Hope they do. I hope they do. But I kind of doubt it. Yeah, who owns Colonial Pipeline? That's a good question. 5 entities. Oh, yeah, that's great. Bunch of LLCs are your owners. That's great. So you mean Shell, Exxon, uh, British Petroleum, the Koch brothers. Oh, Shell's right there. So one of these is someone else. And then Bob. They own big circles. Colonial Pipeline. Welcome to Colonial Pipeline, where we run big circles. We own big circles. Yeah, it's complicated. CNN says it's complicated. Damn right it's complicated. Well, Colonial's on the East Coast. That's where the pipeline was going. It was taking oil up the eastern seaboard, so that's the colonial territories. That would be my assumption, at least. Yeah, 60-year-old firm. Yeah, colonial wasn't a bad thing back in those days. Today, if you were to, I don't know, could you name something colonial today and be okay with the current movement of everything anti old school? Upcoming inflation, how it will affect the stock market and crypto market? It'll make them go up. It's what inflation does. It makes everything go up. How many utilities are vulnerable platforms? Someone hacked a water plant and could have added dangerous levels of fluoride. Yeah, that's actually um, that's been known for like at least at least a decade. At least a decade. But the problem is that they don't ever invest money in security. Like at least to my knowledge. I mean, I'm not in the business, but I'm sure at some level they do. Yeah, no, it's definitely a problem. It's definitely a problem. I think that yeah, there should be some government oversight on that. Like, hey, are you guys secure? You guys need to get up to being secure in like a year. You have a year to get secure. And you know, I mean, a simple way would just be to take everything off the fucking internet. Not everything's got to be on the damn internet. I mean, you could take two computer systems, have one being an intranet, you know, one being intranet, and then one being extranet or the internet, the internet, and then have a pipe going between them that just has data going in one direction. Like that's possible. So, all right, let's start a company doing that. Who's a really good network person? Actually, I know a really good network person. Not that good though, but that'd be pretty cool. Don't have to care about security if you have no pipelines? Absolutely, Ellie. Absolutely. Just nuke them? That's probably a little harsh. I think that's a little bit harsh. Slowly shut them down. We could all go directly to the pipeline for our gas. That'd be pretty good. You don't want nuclear fallout, Julius? Psh, you're being selfish. Now you're being. Now you're not a patriot, Julius. Patriots want nuclear fallout in their cities because you nuked pipelines. See, I told you. I told you Ellie was the hacker. Cannot sneeze these days. Ah, there we go. Nuke Mars? Maybe. Norwegian communist. What are you doing rolling out of my lady? Lady's rolling on my sidewalk as I open my blinds. Norwegian communist? I don't do accents. Doesn't work out very well. I was watching my wife's hooked on this show called Rain on Netflix, and she kind of got me hooked on it. It's pretty good. And there was some Dutch king that was courting Queen Elizabeth of England, and he was pompous as fuck. It was awesome. He's like just dogging England in England to the Queen of England, and it was hilarious. His accent, I don't even know if it was real, but it was a pretty funny accent. I thought it was definitely entertaining, if nothing else. Gotten our vaccines? No, we're looking at making appointments right now. Actually, we want to go on vacation, and we need to make our appointments here pretty soon. So we're gonna get them probably next week. It's probably too hard to get them over the weekend, but we'll see. All right, Tesla popped up a little bit. Looks like Nasdaq moved up a little bit. Amazon moving up a little bit. I kind of want to get this bounce in the TQs right now. I think we're in a good spot. I don't think we're in a bad spot right now. Soxel up 4.85%, 4.93% could start to bounce. Now I'm going to get the single dose. I've got to get the single dose one. I really would like to get the double dose one, but I'm going to have to get the single dose one. Hey, what up, JJ? Micro highs, yeah, but we've been on support on a while. We've been on support for a while, so I don't think it's a bad thing. I think on support's okay. I did mention earlier, for those who didn't hear, I did add my Tesla position yesterday. Do you know which type, Pfizer or Moderna? No, the Johnson Johnson's the other one. 1 in 20,000 get really sick in Johnson and Johnson, AstraZeneca here in Norway. Single dose one are more brutal than RNA based one. Oh, really? Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Well, we're trying to go on vacation in June, so I kind of have to. Really? Yeah. I don't, I don't know. Maybe I should get the double dose and then wait till July to go on vacation. I was hoping to go in June, though. Thanks, Julius. Got a big thumbs up for me over here, buddy. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that I know that have gotten the vaccine. Most of them didn't have any problems. Maybe it's just because our air's so damn dry over here. Yeah, I've never heard of it that rough either, Ellie. Well, that sucks, Muhammad. I don't think you told us, man. That sucks. Yeah, COVID's worse than the vaccine. You'd hope so. You'd hope it ain't. You'd hope it's better. Yeah, bad flu's pretty bad. I can't imagine COVID. You're fasting for a day. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Are you supposed to take them with food or something? Still only a few. SI is red, which is interesting. So SI yesterday announced that they were launching a stablecoin or something. I think it was, or someone was. They were launching it through SI. Yeah, issuer of the DM stablecoin, whatever that means. So they got a big influx of capital yesterday. Tested at 1,000 or 400 first. That's a tough one. I think it. I don't know if it really breaks my trend line. 400 is in danger. Otherwise, 1,000. Um, I'm on the fence on that one. I really am. That's tough. That's a tough one to answer because 400. I think it's the lowest it can go. I don't think it can go lower than four. See, this is when the S&P inclusion happened. So at least to me, I guess there's a kind of a floor here. It hopefully at 450. Hope it never gets back down to four. Yeah, JJ is saying 365. I think you're wrong. It's my personal opinion. I don't think it's getting down that low. If it gets down that low, the whole market is taking a huge dump. I think the whole market is gonna do this move and maybe double do the move from 14 to 13. So maybe it'll be down at 12. If the Nasdaq goes to 12,000, you probably could see Tesla down at 400, maybe even 365. But I don't know. CCJ? Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. Holding up pretty nice. Which one is CCJ? What do they do? Are they a security? Oh, uranium? Gotcha. Uranium play. Everyone likes the uranium these days. I checked it at my local supermarket. I couldn't buy any. Couldn't buy any uranium. I'm like, what's the fuss about? Must be the spice they're all talking about. MasterCard 1%. MasterCard also down looking that could go either way. We are down near some prior lows, so this could be a low for Master. Everything right now is sitting like at prior support. So I definitely think there's a potential for the market to bottom in this area, then continue up, at least for a bounce for a week or two. I think that's possible. Dude, I love nuclear. Let's do it. Seriously. No issues with that. Especially the new nuclear stuff. Like this new generation of nuclear, you can take all the old nuclear waste and just use that. You don't even have to mine uranium. I mean, I like it from every aspect, to be quite frank with you. Less pollution. I mean, in my opinion, to be quite honest with you, it's about pollution. It's not even necessarily specifically about carbon. It's just pollution. I just don't like pollution. You know, global warming is a side effect of general pollution. They're using carbon, and I don't know if it's a scapegoat or not. Some guys say it is, but just pollution in general sucks. So get rid of all pollution. Electric cars. You can put nuclear power plants like one every 100 miles of. They got these nuclear plants that cannot melt and spill their fuel that runs at a low temperature where it can't explode. And I think those are phenomenal. And then, boom, there you go. Yeah, no Fukushima. Like in Arizona, there's no reason we couldn't have nuclear plants in Arizona all over the damn place. They've got a nuclear power plant you bury in the ground, and it never gets hotter than like 300 degrees or something like that, or 400 degrees. And I forget what the explosion temperature is of these big nuclear reactors, but it's like in the thousands of degrees because they're always trying to cool it. And see, that's the problem with nuclear reactors. They're always trying to cool the nuclear reactors. Well, they have nuclear reactors where you don't have to cool them. They run relatively cool. You're trying to heat them up. So if it fails, its state is to atrophy instead of to explode. Exactly, Julius. Exactly. No tsunamis in Arizona for at least a million years, hopefully. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, not too many people. Not too many. Not too many do. It's unfortunate. All right, I think I may buy some TQs here. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I don't have anything in my cash account. I think some TQs could be good at this area. I mean, today there's a lot of good stuff today. I hope Ellie's saying a dead cat bounce. I hope not. Things are on support. They're looking pretty good. I really hope it's not three drives down on the S&P. Oh, we can take a look. One drive down, a new high. So I don't know if this is only one drive down on the S&P or not. I'm not sure what you mean by three drives down. Um, one, two, three, one, two, and then a base. And that one was arguably two drives down. This is one large drive down. So why would we run? Why would we fall if there's no change? I was thinking about that this morning. Like why would we fall if there's no change? We've been in it like this whole thing right here is an uptrend. Here's your 50-day moving average. It has not wavered. It has not gone down or dipped even a little bit, except for back there in 2020. It hasn't wavered at all. So why would we go down? Let's flip that argument on its head because the trend is up. Let's be honest about that. Oh, 1 hour time frame. Well, you didn't specify time frame. That makes all the difference. One, two. So looks like two legs down. But Ellie, you just said yourself nothing has changed. And now you're picking out margins due to supply prices. I loosely get it. I loosely get it, but I don't know. I think a little too much FUD in the market right now. And like I said, a lot of things are on support and things haven't changed that much. I do agree with you there. I do get actually, you know what? Let's look at lumber prices. I saw that someone mentioned lumber was dropping huge last night in Slack. I could be wrong, but that's just something I saw. Let's go check it out. Lumber down 4%, so doing something. Oh wow, look at that. Wow. 1800 down to so let's oh good volume up here too. That could be a top in lumber. That would be nice. That's gonna make home builders go up. Potential. Why do I have audio? I have audio about Chewy, but no video. Coffee, sugar. Yeah, lumber's. I didn't realize. Last time we looked at it, it was up huge. It was like had that Green Day, that last Green Day. We were oversold. We were due to some bounce. Doesn't mean it's real. Again, we're in it. We've been in a general uptrend, Ellie. I'll just flip your same argument on its head. I'm not going to call a bear market till we're in a bear market, unfortunately. So cotton, cup and handle failing right there. Coffee's going to keep going up. Oh, coffee's at a low, at least multi-year low. I wonder what coffee's driven by. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, lumber. So lumber's had these corrections in the past. So we had a correction here. So I guess we'll see if it's just a correction or not. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to do some projects and I had to buy some sheets of Baltic birch plywood and come to find out that pretty much everything is hard to get, or at least was. I haven't called it. I should call just to get the status of the market. And I should have longed lumber on that day, is what I should have done, or something, done something with the futures. But all right, Tesla looks like it's at the high of the day. Nasdaq at the high of the day. Amazon 1.23, Mastercard 1.1. So, it could be chop, and maybe this is the next trough in the chop, and we go back up, and then we get the highs, and we sell back off, and maybe we do that one or two more times. It's hard to know exactly how many times that's going to happen, but this could be a low. This could be a low, which would make Ellie and I both correct, which would make me feel bad. So I just want to crush Ellie. Crush you, Ellie. I'm going to be 100% right all the time. Never be wrong. I'm never wrong. But yeah, so you could try to make money off of a local low of sorts. Yeah, I don't. I mean, almost everything in this area looks like we are on some type of support. I usually don't do it. Let's throw up. Ellie, you like the MACD? We throw the MACD up there. That would make me an ass. Isn't that kind of who I am generally, anyways? Huge asshole. Style. No, we're going to studies. See, how come I don't have in 2021? Thinkorswim does not have the technology of favorites. Come on now. I have to do this every time. I didn't realize that till to now that I would like to have favorites. Let's use the MACD. Ellie likes the MACD. Maybe that'll make him feel a little bit better this morning. Absolutely huge ass. It's pretty big. It's pretty monstrous. All right, let's take a look at MACD. So we're getting a divergence reversal here a little bit on MasterCard. Let's take a look at some other names. Tesla's probably not looking very good on the MACD. Very slight divergence today on the MACD. But yeah, still headed in the downward trajectory. NQs, they've been kind of chilling for the past couple days. Let's see if they're doing anything. On the MACD, same divergence. That's about it. So pretty early signal, but a divergence nonetheless. Doesn't mean everything. We had a divergence here that didn't lead to a reversal upwards. So you could argue that it really is much ado about nothing at this stage, and I'll give you that. Maybe if you're lucky. See, can I make a favorite? I've never actually seen if I can make MACD a favorite. Oh, I can make sets, it looks like. Oh, okay. Add selected. Use set. Yeah, it's not really a divergence. Did I say divergence? I probably did. It's not the right term for this. It's when, so you see these bars, right? These are called the histogram bars. When they change color like that, so these bright green ones and the bright red ones are when the value increases from the previous value, or in the red case decreases. And then when it changes color, it means it's flat or reversing. And so here's could be a start of a reversal, but that's also what happened here. So you look at this situation here. This one started a reversal, then we went green for a while. So this is a very, very early signal. Okay, so apparently clicking these buttons doesn't do anything. And let's can I add this? The more you know. James. Hi, James. How'd you sleep, James? Is your brother up, James? How you doing, James? What, James? Huh? Who? Huh? Who? Huh? Oh, yes? Okay. Mama's not awake? Yeah, I figured that. All right, I added RSI. Is it going to add it? Or did I somehow click outside of it? This is the dumbest software in the frickin' world. How can it let itself get this damn laggy? I can have a study set, which I should probably do for moments like this, which I don't do very often in the stock market. Three seconds to hover over something. 3 seconds. I guess technically 2 seconds. I know I clicked it that time. Okay, RSI. We did just bounce at a low on the NASDAQ. Gosh, this is so freaking slow. Let's take a look at Tesla again with the RSI on there. And Tesla also bottoming out at the 30. Hundreds of millions. No, I did not see that, Julius. Good for them. Good for those guys. Oh, darn it. That's not the one I wanted to hit. I'm trying to, JJ, but my charts take 2 seconds to do everything, and my brain isn't adjusting to those speeds yet. I did want to see what Tesla. So Tesla definitely needs a bounce of some sort here from an RSI perspective. So. Jesus, so damn slow. SPY. So SPY is back down towards the 40 level, which recently has acted as support. We did undercut and bottom, more towards the 30 on these two occasions, but in this particular rally segment, which we've been stuck in since November, it's been pretty good. A little bit of Nvidia, okay, and JJ wants the 1 hour. Why are you picking the 1 hour here? MACD on the 1 hour SPY. Well, yeah, when you go to the intraday charts, things are going to flip faster and more often too. But oh, that thing came down tremendously, didn't it? Can I zoom in? Doesn't look like I can. Yeah, see, this has already bounced up a bunch here, actually. This thing's so damn laggy. Only 2% to highs. Yeah, see, my memory's... I gotta kill some tabs here for a second. Hopefully that'll free up some memory. Thinkorswim's using almost 2 3/4 gig. I'm like, why? Not very good memory usage. Hopefully that'll help with performance a little bit. 30 GPUs? What are you mining there, Julius? Or is that just to run Thinkorswim? You need 30 GPUs just for this? You're like, this will be on one GPU. Um, in each chart on its own GPU. Is that what you're doing? Ethereum? How's that going for you? And when the hell did you buy those? Hopefully not this year. It's probably pretty profitable at Ethereum prices. Earn $100 on 200K. January? You mean 100K on 200K or $100 on 200K? Which I did not sell as I go. Yeah, that's the thing with mining. You're gonna have to make that choice, whether you're gonna sell as you go or whether you're going to hold on to it. Oh, $100 per day. Okay, that's okay. Let's keep. If you can afford it, just keep stacking them and you know that's a tough business to be in. I looked into mining in 2017. It was loosely profitable in 2017. Loosely profitable. Today, yeah, you got to spend a ton of money. Got to spend a ton of money. Free heating, but now hell in the summer. Yeah, find a way to yeah, find maybe you can vent that to. Is that a window in your basement? Maybe just open the damn window. Just open the fucking window and let it go up. Yeah, you got a basement, so it should be kind of generally suck. It'll suck cold air in from somewhere. I don't know. Open two windows in your basement, one low and one high, and then it'll suck in air at the bottom and then suck air out at the top. Or just what you can do is dig a big hole through your basement wall. Dig like a 2 foot hole in your basement wall, um, down at an angle for like 200 yards, and then and then that'll cool it all. No issues with that. There should be no problems with that. Thought about heating a pool? Yeah, dude, get a pool, heat it. Hell yeah, that'd be good. But then you're dumping more money. See, that's a tough one, Julius. That's a tough one because they're going to go to ETH 2.0. Have you found out what's going to happen when ETH 2.0 comes out? Because I think they're going to shut down the mining process and they're just going to be doing the proof of stake. Not until next year. Yeah, $100 a day is only like 25,000 a year. Well, no, it's more than that. Yeah, 36,000 a year. Hybrid this year. I don't know, man. Do the calculations, and I mean, GPU prices are high enough. You can probably sell those at a profit. I mean, if to be honest with you, I would if I were you, I would look into that because you got so much money sitting in GPUs. I would definitely at least look into that because yeah, they've got that's your best trade right there. Just fucking do that. 50%, sell them right now. I don't. Yeah, I would just, especially going into the summertime, you don't have to deal with the heat. I mean, do your own calculations, make your own decisions, but I would highly consider that because, you're not going to make back that money in the next year. So what you can do is sell it, and then if you want to, you can keep a couple of them. Um, but if ETH goes up to 10K, get on a spreadsheet and do some scenarios. Say, okay, if I keep mining this and ETH goes nowhere, if ETH stays at like 3K, what is that worth? If ETH drops to 1K, what is that worth? If ETH goes from 5 to 7.5 to 10K, what is that worth? And then what if I sell my GPUs? What is that worth? And then what if I sell my GPUs and just buy Ethereum and run, keep maybe one or two of your GPUs, which I don't even think you need the GPUs to run a staking node. Just run a staking node. And then, what is that? I think that'll pay you like 8% a year staking Ethereum or something like that. So just run those scenarios and then make a decision. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would look at the possible outcomes and say, okay, what's the likelihood of this and that. Um, but if you think it's going to go to 10K, then why are you selling Ethereum? Why are you selling it all? You should be just basically stacking it, and that's about it. I'd stack it. All right. Well, there you go, Julius. Cool. Well, good job. What up, Christina? Yeah, as long as you've done your homework, that's cool. Sockslope 6.4. Google Trends is your friend. Is it back up again? I think you mentioned. Oh, see, it's frickin' Finviz that murdered me. Wow, the VIX is down 12%. Yeah, Finviz is just this. Finviz has become a garbage thing. Let's take a look at trends. So we're still pretty elevated, about 50%. What are the stonks doing today? Stonks. They're doing okay. Is it? It may still be below it. So there you go. So there's 2017. We got about half interest, and so it's diminishing right now. Well, Binance is going to go up probably because of the thing recently. Yeah, FTX is probably getting up there too. Less than one. Man, FTX is still flying under the radar. Could be good for FTX. Add the term crypto. So Bitcoin is 19, crypto is 25. Crypto was 4 over here. And Binance got really hot for some reason in 2019, September 2019. Just for one day, apparently, or a few days. And go 12 months. So Bitcoin is blue, Binance is red, Coinbase is yellow, and green is crypto. Oh yeah, crypto is moving up. Ethereum skyrocketing. If I could spell it correctly. Yeah, Ethereum's doing pretty good. Crypto and Ethereum both are popping. Bitcoin seems to remain fairly consistent. So they're just discovering Ethereum and crypto. Yeah, so go ETH. Yeah, ETH today's up more than it was yesterday. 35 to 37. Or is this yesterday? Oh, this is in a week. May 9th to the 15th, so we're still doing this week. Start of the last big leg up. I hope so. Yeah, I hope we're yeah, we haven't broken down yet. That's what we were talking about. We haven't broken down yet, even though it looks a little scary. Ethereum will beat BTC in the next 5 years. That's an opinion, Julius. Could be a dangerous opinion. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, Ethereum and Bitcoin do two completely different things. What Ethereum does is great. What Bitcoin provides is great, and never know how the market's going to value that. What up, Yogesh? Did this tab crash? Yeah, it looks like it did. ETH 4K. Jeez, this thing's taking forever to load. And we got back to 4. Yeah, yesterday with a bit of a thing. Oh yeah, looks like a pretty good day today. Doge is up 9%. Having a pretty healthy day today. Link's bouncing back good. One thing down is Cardano. Figures. Dogecoin Chrome. What is that? Yeah, yesterday had a lot of bottoming action. We noted that yesterday during the show, and a lot of coins. A lot of coins had bottoming action yesterday with that drop. JJ says you need a 200. Yeah, it could be, man. Most of these coins are yeah, you never know. You never know any of those numbers. They're pretty good. But yeah, even BTC yesterday, look at that volume. That's bottoming volume right there. That's stable bottoming volume. So that's why we in the stock market, right? Blockchain. If you look at the list, 20% today. If wait a minute, the hell happened to right blockchain? What's up with my list? Oh, I must have clicked something else. Come on, man. All right, I'm closing it down. I'm gonna reopen it. I gotta get going though. It's almost 8 o'clock. But anyway, we can look at. Geez, this program's just horrible, man. You can look at Riot Blockchain. It's up pretty good today. It's up. I don't think it was 20%. Oh, it is up 20% today. Well, look at that volume yesterday. There's a lot of buying volume yesterday on Riot Blockchain. Hard to argue with that. You grew some bearskin? Well, you may be having to shed it. Riot Blockchain LTCN, which is stupid, has had a lot of volume lately, like for the first time. This is the grayscale ETN. And then Ethereum, ETHE, kind of has been going for it here. Pretty good. Yeah, you mentioned SHIB. Looking good again. Yeah, it's worn. Yeah, it's worn its ICO stuff out here a little bit. Not too bad. See, this thing still isn't even closed. Seriously, what is the problem with this damn software? Frickin' TD Ameritrade. Absent at the wheel. It's horrible. I don't like it a single bit. I'm assuming it's saving the configuration to my computer. I don't see the problem. Yeah. My name is Randy Colonial Pratt, so maybe they think I'm going to pay him 5 million in BTC. I'll just throw this bitch away and get a new one. 5 million can buy a really nice computer. That's almost a full MacBook. Thinkorswim is outdated. I don't disagree with that. But I do like the platform. I don't know what platform would replace it for what I want to do, for what I like to do, I guess. So, all right, guys, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great day. You stay safe out there. I will see you guys tomorrow, or I won't. I'll see you guys on Monday. So, yeah, the UI though, Yogesh, is it's a little utilitarian, but it's not bad for what it does. It packs in a lot of information. It's hard to make an application that packs a lot of information that looks really good. So, but all right, guys, have a great weekend. See you Monday. Bye.